All right, Raptor fans, welcome to another Raptors post-game edition reaction, I should say. Raptors playing their third in-season tournament game against the Chicago Bulls, coming away with the 121 to 108 victory. And that's the Raptors' first win in this tournament. They have one more, which is on Tuesday night against Brooklyn in Brooklyn. But let's talk about this game here. So the Raptors, from start to finish, led throughout the whole game, led by OG Anunoby. This guy tonight, all defense, he was shooting lights out from threes. He was doing everything tonight. 26 points in this game with 6 rebounds, 3 assists. He was 10 for 14 from the field. So taking 14 shots and getting 26 of those tonight. Shot 5 for 7 from the three. 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Played 33 minutes, and he had one steal, no block. Turned over the ball 2 times. That's okay. But all around, amazing game tonight by OG Anunoby. The rest of the Raptors starters were all in double digits as well. Pascal Siakam, a lot of people, I don't think I'm not the only one, talk about the consistency of Pascal getting those 30 plus points. And I mean, you gotta be realistic because sometimes teams are gonna play tough defense on your star player, right? So after Pascal scored his 36 against Indiana, comes away with less half of that with 18 tonight, 3 rebounds, 8 assists. I mean, Pascal was dishing out the ball tonight with those 8 assists. He was finding guys, getting uh, assists where he can get them, right? 6 for 12 from the field, 1 for 6 from three, and that one 3 pointer that he made. It seems like every time he makes a 3 pointer, he looks up to the basketball gods and saying thank you, right? But sometimes I would love to hope that he works on his trees if he's gonna take so many. Yeah, but anyways, so he played 37 minutes, one steal. He had 3 turnovers in this game. Also, as I said, every starter for the Raptors had a double digits. Scotty Barnes had a double double, 13 and 10. Jakob Pertl had a double double. He had 15 and 10. And Dennis Schroeder had 17 points in this one as well. Off the bench, this is what I'm talking about. The bench is a key thing with the Raptors. We like to see get more points than the other team's bench, right? Led by Garrett Trent Jr., who he came in the first half, the first quarter, and start lining it up from threes. I mean, this guy was everywhere on the three, wherever he was, catch and shoot. His teammates were finding him, and things were looking good. Now, the whole game, this was a little bit chippy because remember the last time these two teams met in Chicago, the fourth quarter, wacky fourth quarter, fouls called against Toronto, some unnecessary fouls that should have been called, end up going to overtime. Luckily enough, not tonight. But what I'm talking about, the chippy stuff. First half, I believe the second quarter, a lot of calls were going against Chicago this time. And there was one play where DeMar DeRozan, I believe he was going for a layup, or no, I think he was shooting the ball, and I'm trying to remember who. I think it was, yeah, Greedy. Greedy fouled him, and apparently DeMar DeRozan. We know this is his reputation. We've seen this before when he was with Toronto. Starts arguing with the ref, says something, I don't know what, and gets a technical foul. And another technical foul was called on Andre Drummond. I guess he said something as well to the refs too. DeMar goes to the line, and lo and behold, it's like the same thing we see every time. Misses the free throws. He did it. I mean, this is like a thing with DeMar DeRozan. Like he gets two free throws and he misses both. Right. I mean, as I said, this game was a little bit crazy. Then after a couple of possessions, you see guys like Javon Carter gets a technical foul. Like technical fouls is going against Chicago, right? So that first quarter, Raptors winning the first quarter 36-22. And in that second quarter, with all that little nonsense going on, it was tied 26-26. But Raptors going into the break on a 62. Let me see if my math is right. Yeah, 62 to 48 lead. All right. So you're looking good. Okay. Looking good. Third quarter, you keep pressing on the gas. I mean, the Raptors had a 20-point lead in this game. All right. You keep putting your foot on the gas pedal. Uh, Guys like, as I said, off the bench. Let's see also. Precious Achua, 8 points tonight, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. Precious Achua, like, I don't know what's in this guy's head. Like, I seen a couple of plays. He's trying to act like he's playing like he's a point guard, turning over the ball during this game. I'm gonna get to those other stats. Let's see. He had two turnover in this game. Precious Achua off the bench with it was 8 points. Chris Boucher had 4 points. Grady had 2. Malachi Flynn had a quiet night tonight. 2 points. But it was all about the starters, those double digits, and the minutes that they've played. 37 by Pascal, 33 by OG, 32 by Scotty Barnes. Yak had 30 minutes and Dennis had 33 in this one. Leading the way for Chicago, Zach Lavine. This is maybe a sign to come if maybe Zach Lavine does come to the Raptors. But there's other teams that are, I think there's like 3 other teams that has a better chance of getting Zach Lavine. He had 36 points to lead all scores in the game and for the Chicago Bulls. The end of the game. I'm going to get to that at the end of the game as well before I get to the stats. Raptors, they had that big lead going into the fourth quarter. Before the fourth quarter, Siakam making that buzzer beater to end that third quarter. Nice pull up shot right there. That fourth quarter, Raptors, for some reason, I don't know, they fell asleep, right? Let the Chicago Bulls get back into the game. It was this chipping down. There you see 18 point, 16 point, then 14, then 13, and then it got down to 10, and then it got down to 6. Sorry, got down to 7, I should say. That's when Darko had to call that timeout. And the rotations sometimes Darko uses, as a first-time head coach, he still's got to learn these rotations that he has to use. So he had 4 out of the 5 starters on the court. Scotty Barnes comes in. That's when everything starts clicking back for the Raptors. Getting stops, then hitting their shots. The big threes by OG Anunoby in the corner. That Pascal also three. Everything going well for the Raptors as well. You know what? I like tonight's game, the ball movement with the Raptors. Let's just look at their stats here. Their assists, they have 32 assists tonight. All right, 32 assists against a team like the Chicago Bulls. You have to put up big numbers like those. Uh, Second straight game, they shot over 50%. They shot 53% from the field. 13 for 39 from the 3-point line. I mean, 33%. Not all great still, right? But it's 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 okay, right? From the free throw line, they were 20 for 27. So going to the line 27 times. Most of those free throws are a bunch of technical fouls called on Chicago. Chicago had 4 technicals on them tonight. Uh, but as I said, the end of the game where it's so funny because Raptors were up 120 to 108, and time winding down. Pascal goes for the three, trying to look for the second three of the night. Misses. Jakob gets the rebound, tries to go back for the layup, gets fouled. Then for some reason, DeMar DeRozan once again complains to the refs, says something as a second technical, gets ejected out of the game. And Jakob's at the line, misses one, gets the other one. And for some reason, you see Zach Lavine talking to Darko on the sidelines. I don't know what I don't know what Zach was trying to say to Darko. Was he trying to let Darko know that he wants to come on the Raptors, or is he trying to get Masai to, hey, get me on this team? I don't know. I don't know. So yeah, it was a crazy little sequence there. Speaking of DeRozan, last time he had 33 points against the Raptors in that crazy game in Chicago. Tonight he had 19 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists. He was 7 for 16 from the field. The Zach Lavine, as I going back to his stats, the 36 points. He was 16 for 23 from the field. Kobe White had 14. Caruso, he had 7. I believe he did leave the game around the third quarter, so he did not return back. Vucevic, a guy who you expect him to get those double doubles. Like how the Raptors contain him, for him to only score 9 points, 8 rebounds in this one, 4 for 8 from the field. Off the bench, Patrick Williams had 12 to lead all Chicago bench scorers. So all around, Raptors are now 8-8 on the season. Great win, as I mentioned once again. And now the Raptors are gonna try again to get over 500. Please, third time, or this is the third or fourth time they're trying to get over 500. After going over 500 when they started off the season 1-0 against the win against Minnesota. So their next game is Sunday in Cleveland at a 7:30 start, and then after that they go to Brooklyn for that final in-season tournament game. Now the in-season tournament game, that final one, could be a make or break for the Raptors. It's a must-win, I must say, but the points do matter. Okay, so I don't know. I don't see. Let me see the in-season tournament. I think I'll have to go on the app here. Yeah, I have to go on the app. I don't have time for that right now. I don't know. Is that Boston? Orlando, man, that crazy game. Orlando beating Boston earlier today. So Orlando is probably on top right now in the group stage, right? So let's hope the Raptors can get that win on Tuesday night as well. But gotta focus on the Sunday game against Cleveland. That's gonna do it for this one here, folks. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for the subscribers out there. If you're all watching this, Raptor fans, help me get up to 450 subscribers. Working my way up, but I know I want to work slowly on towards my goal of 500, 6, 7. It's a long journey, right? Have a great night. Take care.